Guys, it's with this article 12 habits of highly effective software developers. So, what do the effective software developers do? Are they effective? Are the softwares they write is effective? I don't know. But let's read. You aren't gonna need it, so you don't require the feature now. So save the time for now. You aren't gonna need that feature for now. So don't write the code for the feature that you are not requiring right now. Avoid premature optimization like previous point. Don't optimize your code at first, but rather keep it simple and have the code perform its core tasks, and after it completes its tasks then start optimizing that code. All you shall know about these things from an experience when you have coded a lot and when you have an experience. Otherwise it just feels like some kind of words that have no meaning. But usually you should get things right at first place, then optimize them for most of the time. Don't be clever. Don't write that one-liner tricks inside the code so that people will have difficult time understanding the code and it will be difficult to be maintained. So maintainable code is more important than clever code. Even the basic code, we might not understand what it is doing, and writing clever code, the code we have written might be forgotten by ourselves. So don't repeat yourself. Less code means less things to maintain and debug, and small functions are easier to test. So don't try to repeat yourself. But the first thing, I think, getting things right precedes over don't repeating over yourself. So if you have got the things right and if you have got the things that should be done, then try to reduce that code by optimization or not repeating. Create unit test. Unit test has, because one part of code might change another part of the code, so that makes difficult to test all the features, and it might help us to find the code which has error easily when we run the test and prevent us from accumulating of the bugs when we change one part of the code. Keep it simple. Try to keep it simple so that everyone can understand and maintain it. Added to the fixed code style. So simple. So having a fixed coding style in an organization helps to have new employees understand the code and understand the style that the organization uses, so that it's easier to maintain, easier to understand. So usually you can stick to a fixed code style for a project or for an organization. So there are coding standards around Google, and also Google has style guides for many languages. Also IDEs might check the style of coding. Document your code. So for me, documenting the code means if you have documentation, then you can throw that documentation away if it's not useful, but if you don't have documentation, then you can't throw anything away. So I think at least, if possible, document what the file does and what the function does on a high level understanding, so that you can understand what this file does and what this function does, and if it's really required, so that after some time passes, after some months pass, we can understand what's happening on our own code. Asking for help, you can ask for help, you can read the manual, Google for the answer, refactor, try restructuring the code so that it can be maintained, and you can remove the messy and duplicated parts. So also, you should make a habit of making gradual improvements every time you work on the code, which is a nice suggestion, so that we can have a little piece of code which is better than what we have found it. So having small improvements over time add to the code base that's easier to read and maintain. Be professional. Yeah, that means leaving your office on time. I think that's being professional. Keep learning. Keep learning. But don't try to stress that you haven't learned too much, because you will never learn too much, and you can't learn everything. So there should be a balance. So these 12 points are about what the good programmers do. I hope you learned something about good programmers. Thank you guys.